Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Dallas Stars franchise mode here in NHL 20. So in the last episode, we took on the St. Louis Blues in round 1 of the playoffs, and unfortunately, despite taking a 2-0 series lead, we managed to lose in 7 games. It was kind of an up and down series because we let in a lot of goals, but we also scored a decent amount, and then in game 7, we got outplayed badly and lost 5-0. So unfortunately, we're already in the off season. I was hoping for a better year this year, but we just could not get past a 50-win team with a very stacked first line because that top line in St. Louis just dominated us completely. So anyways, we're up here in the off season. We're going to get to the draft shortly, but we also have to get to the retirements first. Also, I did pin a guy at the end of last episode in case you didn't get there, and we are going to be drafting this guy if we get the chance to. It's a low elite sniper that's supposed to go here. He looks pretty damn good, and he is a couple years away, but he is low elite guaranteed, so I think that's going to be a very good pick for us. And yeah, I'm very excited to draft that guy if we get the chance to. Hopefully no computer takes him, because I'll be pissed off about that. But anyways, let's get to the retirements, see if we lose Ray Bourque. Hopefully we don't, because I would like to still get Ray Bourque a Stanley Cup. That was my goal when I traded for him. So Detroit is got the first overall pick, which is kind of weird. Czech Republic's got number 2. Tampa Bay's got number 3. New Jersey and Winnipeg with 4 and 5. Okay. And we failed all our owner goals, but at least we have owner firing off, or GM firing off, so that's fine. Okay, so retired players for this season. Let's see who has retired. So Ron Francis decides to retire. That's a bit earlier than he did in real life, because in real life it was 2004. Brian Bradley also retires. Mike Bullard, who was in Germany for most of the beginning. Ray Bourque does hang them up. Damn, that sucks. I wanted to get him the Stanley Cup. If he would have stayed with us for one more year, I probably would have traded him to a contender if we would have been doing bad. That really blows. Bruce Cassidy retires. Hopefully he becomes a head coach, but I doubt he will. Kevin Lavalley retires. Brian Bellows retires. Gary Galley retires with Toronto. Mike Ridley, Bob Erie, Dina Vason, our former player, who also is a head coach in real life. Brian Scrudlin retires. Dave McQuain retires. Dave Reed, a lot of guys. Dave Ellett. That's multiple Daves in a row. Ron Sutter, Peter Sundstrom, Evgeny Davidov, only at 34. Vladimir Rizika, Frederick Olesen, okay. James Patrick, Uli Heimer, Ulf Samuelson, tons of guys so far. Steve Smith, Mark Osborne, Troy Loney, Frantisek Musil, pretty much everybody it seems like in this build. Mark Bureau, Terry Karkner, Brian Noonan, Bobby Dulles, Gerard Gallant, who also is a head coach, or was a head coach. Hopefully he becomes a head coach. I doubt he will, though. Ilya Biakin, and Jason Meyer, Rick Zombo, Mark Bergevin. Will he become the GM of the Habs in this? I don't know. Doubt it. And I think that's it. Wait, no, Doug Houda as well. Stu Grimson, the Enforcer. How much penalty minutes did this guy put up? Wow, 274 in the AHL. Geez, he was pounding people, I guess. And that should probably be it. Yeah, I think that's it for forwards. Unless there's somebody really down here that only have 1 point. Nope, that is it for... Yeah, and Ryan Bourque retires. That's funny because that's Ray's son. You can kind of tell with the face too. Okay, goaltending-wise, Ron Hextall retires at 37 years old. Will he become... I think he was the GM of the Flyers at one point. So will he become that GM? John Van Beesbrook retires. Glenn Healy retires. Dustin Tokarski, okay. Anybody else? Nobody else. So a decent amount of retirements there. And it sucks that we lost Ray Bourque. Hopefully some players become coaches, though, because we haven't really had that much happen so far. I think Brian Propp was the only one that became a scout. So in terms of coach retirements, we did not lose anybody, which is good. And now we're not going to pre-draft interviews. And looks like we did not have any coaches again, which really, really sucks. I don't know why we're not having a lot of coaches. I don't know what kind of attributes a player needs to become a coach or a scout, but not even Ray Bork becomes a coach. Okay, so before we get into the draft, let's just make sure everything is set properly. Let's actually take a look at what we have currently going into the draft for prospects, and just so we know what we could potentially go after. So Martinson's going to probably grow by next season, but he's still our best player for young guys on the team, I think. Wait, let's actually check the AHL. So Kessel's not going to make it probably. Street could make it potentially. Anybody else? Not really. Left wing wise, Drake is definitely going to make it. Geez, he's growing really well. 100 points in the WHL this season. And he's a 75 at 20. He's going to be in the AHL next year, and he's going to probably be in the NHL by 21, I would assume, or maybe next season even, because he's already listed as a depth forward. Wells is growing pretty solidly, so we're pretty good for left wingers. There's also McCardle, who's a low elite. Right wing wise, we don't have a whole lot of right wing prospects, except for Jacobs, who's going to take a little bit more longer to develop, it looks like, and Hadar. So that right winger I was looking at is probably going to be somebody I draft, I think. And then defensively, and then in terms of defensive prospects, we have Lindback, who is probably going to become a depth defenseman at best. He had some pretty good seasons down there in Texas, but I don't think he's going to make it as a top 6 defenseman, unfortunately. We do have Patrick Ward, who looks pretty good still. He's going to be a good top 4 defenseman for us in the future. Same with Jamie Haynes. And then Mikas might make it as a top 6, who knows. And same with Christensen. Christensen probably won't make it. Maybe a 7th defenseman at best. But other than that, we have some pretty good defensive prospects. And in goalie-wise, we also have Simic, who's pretty good. So I think what we do need mostly is right wingers and then maybe some more defensemen just in case. So that's probably what we're going to go after in terms of this draft. So let's get into the 2026 draft and see if we could pick up any good steals here other than that low elite that I'm definitely going to go after, unless the computer gets them. So let's see the first 5 picks in this draft. So Detroit at number 1 is going to take Goldman, not Solomon. Sam Goldman, interesting name. He had a pretty good season in the OHL, 106 points in Sudbury. Czech Republic at number 2 is going to take Wilcox, who's a center playmaker. Tampa Bay at number 3 is going to take Habscheid. This looks like a bit of a weaker draft in terms of overall ratings. Winnipeg at number 4 is going to take Roenick, who's a defensive defenseman top 4. And New Jersey is going to take Leclerc, who's elite. So that was a bit of a big whiff by the Winnipeg Jets there at number 4. But let's sim to our pick and see if we can get that low elite. We have 16th overall. Wait, did we trade for another first? I don't remember. I don't think so. No, we have 16th overall, so we're definitely going to get that low elite unless he already went. But I don't think he did. Let's go to... Where was he? He was probably down here more, right? Oh, there he is. He's supposed to go way more later than this, but I think he's definitely the best option. I mean, this guy could be a medium elite, but I don't want to take a chance on that guy. Yeah, we're definitely going to go still with the guy that we were saying. Even though he could be a lower overall, we're going to still go with him. Mika Antilla. Welcome to the Dallas Stars. And he is a 65 low elite, so that's actually pretty good. And the fact that he could also play in the AHL in year number 1 right away, that's good. Yeah, he's going to play in the AHL pretty much right away. His shooting is already pretty good. Like, it's pretty balanced. His offensive awareness is better than his defensive. Yeah, he looks pretty solid. He's not very physical, so he could get injured a lot, but he looks pretty solid for us for a future prospect. We're definitely going to play him down there in Texas, I think, this year. So let's sim to our second rounder here. See if we could get anything in the second round. Another low elite, and it's another right winger. I guess I might as well take that too. Sheldon Hewitt. He's apparently also 3 years away, but he's more of a defensive player, so that's actually probably something we need. Someone that could kill penalties. So welcome aboard, Mr. Sheldon Hewitt, to the Dallas Stars organization. He's a 63. Wow. So he's not much worse than the other guy is. Let's actually take a quick look at his individual attributes. So yeah, he's definitely better defensively, but he also has a pretty good shot. Not as good as the other guy, but still pretty good. So that's 2 pretty good picks, I think, already in this draft. 2 low elite right wingers. So let's see if we can get some defensemen maybe in too. As now we have a 4th round because we traded our 3rd rounder to get, what's his name, Pirietta, who we never even played. And there's a guy that could be a medium elite right winger. Jeez. This draft has some good right wingers. This guy could be medium elite, but I don't think he is. He's 5 years away, so actually he might be. We might take him again and take him anyways. Yeah, you know what? Let's take another one. Right winger, Connor Clancy. 3rd right winger in this draft we've taken, and he is a medium elite. Jeez. What's with all these good right wingers? 47 overall, though. So it's going to take him a long time to develop. And he's only 17, so he could take a bit to develop. But I think we've gotten 3 really good right wing prospects in just in this draft alone. So now let's see if we can find any good steals for the defensive core. Low top 6D. That's not that bad at this stage. It's better than the 7th. 4 years away, maybe. Yeah, you know what? We'll go with him. Anthony Russell, welcome aboard. Even though he's 19 already, let's just take him. Low top 60, 59 overall. So yeah, he's probably not going to make it, but still gives us a guy for the AHL in case we want the AHL to do decent. Let's sort by potential, see if there's any other guys out there that are really good potentially. Doesn't look like it really. Let's actually go back quickly so it resets the order. And let's take Rose is already 20. We could take this guy. Yeah, we'll take Artem Kavanov. Welcome aboard to Dallas. And he's a medium 7th, so that's not that good. But then again, 7th Ds can make it in this build. I've seen it happen before. And this 7th round pick. Do we want another goalie prospect? Ezra Stafford. Yeah, you know what? We'll go with another one. Might as well. Because Simic, I don't know if Simic's going to become our backup eventually, and then we'll need a goalie down there. So Stafford, welcome aboard. And that was a pretty successful draft, I think. It might have been one of our best so far. 3 really good right wing prospects in Antilla, Hewitt, and Clancy. 2 defensive prospects that probably won't make it in Russell and Kavanov, and a goalie prospect in Stafford. Okay, so pretty good draft. Now we need to get into the re-sign stage. There was a trade actually at that draft, and that was Sean Van Allen heading to the Ottawa Senators. So that's realistic as heck, because Sean Van Allen actually played for the Sens, and it was around this point in time. It was like 2003. It was when I became a hockey fan, so that's kind of interesting to see him go to Ottawa, because in this he started in the Ducks, and then he made his way to Ottawa somehow like he did in real life. And Winnipeg gets a 2nd for that 4th in Van Allen. Okay, so I don't know who has a contract up for renewal this year, but hopefully we can get mostly everybody back. We do have some scouts to sign first before we get into that. So let's see if there's any, if we could get them all back. We should be able to get them all back. Most scouts don't reject unless you don't have enough budget. And our scouts have been doing a pretty good job, especially at finding those right wingers that we just found. Bob Meach, and then we have one more, I think, to sign. Yep, and it's Mr. Jacques Julien. There you go. Okay, so re-sign phase. Let's get to those contracts. So who do we have to sign in terms of our re-sign stage? So let's go to unsigned first, and we'll sign. Do we want to sign anybody yet? Yeah, we'll sign Antilla for the AHL. The other guys I might still wait a year on, because these guys are OHLers. We'll give them another year to develop. Yeah, we'll give them some time. Hewitt's also a low elite, and he was playing in Finland as well. I could bring him in, but I don't know if I'll be able to slot him in really anywhere. So we'll just sign Antilla, I think, for now, considering he's the better prospect. I could give Jacobs a chance already, but I don't think I am. Yeah, I don't think I am yet. Gonna give him another year to develop. Goalie prospect wise, Stafford I'm not signing definitely yet. So yeah, the rest of these guys we're just gonna leave for now. RFAs, we got to get Martinson back. He does not want a contract renewal. It's annoying how RFAs seem to be holding out a lot in this. So we'll give him 2 years at 1.1. And then we'll get everybody back for the AHL if we can. Because it seems like a lot of RFAs, like I said, hold out for one-way deals, which makes no sense. Damiani, I think I'm going to let go of, though. Yeah, I'm going to let go of for now because he's not a good prospect. Also, that frees up a roster spot for Antilla, because Antilla definitely needs a roster spot. We'll try and get everybody back, though, for the HL. Berglund as well, and Rudar as well. Sorry about that, guys. I had to kind of make a cut because there was a lot of noise coming from my laptop because it seems like there's a lot of stuff running in the background. So anyways, there's all our RFA contracts. Let's take a look at goalie-wise. We got to get Vokun back. Now, Vokun's one of those guys I could end up trading away eventually, but I don't know if I will, because we do need to make up room for a backup role maybe eventually. And Machovsky will get back for the AHL as well. And then let's go to UFAs. So for UFAs, we have a lot of older guys to deal with. Let's go to the bottom of this list. So Christensen's probably not going to make it, unfortunately. Mikas, he has potential. I'll give him a contract. Why not? Even if he's just a depth guy. Aegon, we're not going to give Aegon a contract. And McLeod, we're not going to give a contract to. Nyberg, I'll try and get you back for the AHL just because. Ekman Larson is pretty solid, actually. We'll sign him. Same with Wells. Wells is going to make the AHL. It's nice. And we'll also release some of these older guys like Lowen and Fellhalber as well. We'll give Calderon a contract, maybe. And Stenquist. And then Jeff Bogaboom's getting released because he's dropping off a cliff. Paul Cavallini as well is going to get dropped. Cam Stewart is going to come back maybe for 1 year. Lassie Purietta didn't play at all. I don't know if we could get him back. Probably not. But we'll let him go for now as well. And then let's go back to the top of our list. Trent Clyde is the most notable UFA. Actually, Nabokov is, geez. Nabokov, we'll give you a 6-year deal, but we might have to trade you meanwhile because you have not been a good playoff goalie. And who else do we want to get for contracts back? Archibald was just a depth guy, so we're gonna let him go. Sweeney, I'd like to get you back because you're a solid defensive defenseman. Same with Zalapsky. A lot of these guys are getting older though, so we might need to find some new pieces instead. So let's just advance today and see if we get all those guys back, including those scouts. Okay, some scouts are accepting, not a surprise. And let's just press A on all these. See if we got any of those guys back. We got all those guys back almost. And yeah, that's the RFAs that are holding out like I was mentioning. Nabokov as well is holding out, seems like. So we'll give him we'll still give him a 6-year deal, but we'll give him more money. I'm surprised he only wants 5.9. We'll give him 7.350. Apparently my game almost crashed, I think. Or it almost got stuck on the screen for some reason. Okay, let's get to the RFAs. So Martinson, I'm going to give you a bigger contract because I like you. You're a good young guy. 1.5. Kessel. Why are these guys rejecting in the AHL? It's so weird. Yeah, this build is kind of weird in this sense because like a lot of RFAs, just even if they are getting playing time in the minors, they're just not happy and all, and they do not want to resign. We'll give them a bit more than they want for the AHL. If they want one-way deals, they're not all getting one-way deals for sure. Even if we have no cap. Or max cap, I should say. So give you 900k, sure, why not? And then Machovsky as well. And then let's go back to UFA. So we just offered Nabokov. Trent Clyde is pretty solid. I think I'm going to keep Clyde around for a while still because he's only 31. I'll give you 5.450. Russ Courtnall. He's also pretty solid overall. He's probably going to drop off, but we'll give him one more year because of his age. Gilchrist I might let go of. I'm going to bring back Craig just maybe as a depth option in case. And yeah, Gilchrist we're going to let go of for now just to see if he wants to go play anywhere else. So hopefully those guys accept. Let's advance a day, especially Nabokov because he's the main piece we need to get back. And did we get all those guys? Hopefully we did. Mike Craig did not accept yet. Why is this game glitching out? Oh, yeah, we did get Nabokov back, so that's good. And then those AHLers are still holding out. Oh, this is annoying. I'll just qualify them all. I don't think they're all just going to hold out till the regular season, because if they do, that's going to be annoying. I just don't know why they're all rejecting. It's weird. And same with Machovsky, qualify you. There you go. And then UFA wise, we'll get Mike Craig back, give him a little bit more. We'll give him 2.3 maybe. That should be good. And hopefully all those guys accept. The guys that I just qualified, hopefully they accept when we get to the free agency portion of this, which is going to be next episode. I think actually, yeah, probably. Okay, let's advance a day. Actually, I think we got everybody right. Wait, did we get Vokun back? Because Vokun was an RFA. I gotta make sure on that. Because if I accidentally let go of Vokun, that would not be a good sign. And, okay, yeah, I did get Vokun back. Right? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. He's gonna be a UFA next year, though, and I might let him go because we might let Simic play as backup. Okay, so let's sim to free agency, see what's available, and I think that will be it for this episode, or I might do free agency in this episode, I don't know. Because I kind of want you guys' feedback, but you guys never give me feedback really anyways, so. Okay, let's take a look at what we have currently, and then we'll look at what's available in terms of what we need. Okay, so currently at the moment, let's go by forwards. And let's go by overall ratings. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I could play Drake next year, but I don't think he's going to be that high up of an overall. Like, I would prefer him to maybe play in the AHL. If he's AHL eligible. So we might need another forward. And then another forward or two, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Taves actually could be a top 6 defenseman almost next season. So yeah, we're gonna probably need 2 defensemen or 2 or 3 defensemen because we lost Bork to retirement and all that, and then maybe another forward or so. Goalie wise, we're fine. Okay, let's just take a look at what's available for defense and for forwards. And we're not going to sign any goalies definitely this year. Yeah, we're going to do free agency next episode, I think. Okay, so. Damn, Mario Lemieux is a free agent. Pittsburgh, you're supposed to let him stay there the entire career. Don't know why they didn't do that. And there's more RFAs holding out, apparently. Okay, so we need a forward. Let's go by forwards. Okay, so probably more of a fourth liner forward type of idea is what we need. But there's a lot of other good guys available. Geez, Ray Ferraro still wants $4.5 million as a 71. Yeah, I think something's up with still with the contract situation. Let's just start by overall. See if we can find some fourth liners, maybe, or third liners. Maybe we want to bring back Pirieta. There is some fourth liners down here. Patrick Poulin and Gino Ojic. Jeff Shantz. Kelly Butchberger. Vorobiev. Delagarno. I think we might want to actually bring back Lassie Pirieta, because Lassie Pirieta was only like 27. And he would be a perfect placement for that fourth line, maybe. Where even is he? Did he drop off or something? I'm pretty sure he's a centerman, right? Or maybe he's a winger, actually. No, he is a centerman, I think. Oh, well, if Lasubiriad is available, we might go after him. Let's just take a look at left wingers as well. Yeah, there's definitely some good fourth liners out there. A lot of them are veteran based. So if you guys see anything available, let me know. Maybe I'll go after one of those players. And then in terms of defense, we probably need a new top 6 or some top 4s. So there's all these guys available. These 2 RFAs I'm definitely not going after, but any of these guys I could go after. Bring a physical guy in like Paul Laus. There's not actually a whole lot of good defensemen available in this one. I like the best for top 4 is Janssen, and then also Gdyniak. And then there's some top 6 available as well, but not a whole lot of like top 4 options. And then in terms of goalies, just in case, even though we're not going to go after any goalies, Mika Kiprasov is currently an RFA. Apparently after winning a Vezina, he wants to hold out. It's kind of interesting. Okay, so anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this episode of our Dallas Stars franchise mode. So in next episode, we'll have free agency, and we'll start up the season simulation. We'll probably go up to, I'd say, like December the 1st or January the 1st. And then after that, we'll have, like, the next episode will be, like, trade deadline and all that stuff, like normal. So anyways, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time.